interested in North Texas. And every time I saw North Texas, man, I kept thinking, oh, the boys got another. He's like, thank you for bowl. They deserve the bowl.
And they should get together, make the playoffs, and the mean green fans. My friend's a Texas fan too, so he said, "Oh, mean green's going forever." And you're like, "Okay, not that far." Then after they lose, Syracuse leaves to go to Oklahoma State University, and he brings the whole team with him. Two destinations, and every other team, every other good player on that North Texas team that made a shot in the playoffs last year,
Gone.
gone.
See you later. Like, that I'm going to talk October 24th. I did, bro. But I had to switch. He's a Notre Dame fan now, but he's a Brown fan in Notre Dame.
I went to the Big Ten championship game. I was like the finest part, I think, of the week of the championship. Like second to last row. And before you get to your seats, you have to walk a mile up the stairs. Like you're gasping for breath. And we still have like 5 rows to go.
It's like when I'm at the US Open. Like, wow.
So like we're going up the seats there. The people behind us are around here, and obviously the announcers and everything. Because we're so high up, and John Taylor here looked like it missed us. And like there was the voice on the field. We all cheered for the Ohio State resident. Because the Ohio State people, they were like, that went in. And when in the end, they're like, I don't think that went in. I did not see that go in. And then the one back the kicker, the Ohio State kicker. Yeah.
I was just sitting there.
Like Penn Martin and Dallas cared about Ohio State getting better. They bought it. And by the way, trying to get dignity on French Field, we're not getting to our actual stadium until we watch the whole game. So we're there, and it's like everything has like reservations. You had to get usually you know you had to reserve restaurant spaces. So we had to join instead.
DiGiorno?
Yeah, I think so.
Like, you went to like Walmart and picked up some DiGiorno?
Not that. We went to I'm like on Chicago pizza place.
Oh,
We have like a Chicago place up in Indianapolis. Six Hills.
Papa John's, Little Caesars.
What's the fast food? Like the fast food thing. But anyway, they're the only place that have like available seating, so we're sitting there. By the way, it's kind of like SEC championships, so while we're eating, we're watching Bama. We're watching Bama get
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. We are coming to you live from the Long Beach Ice Arena. It's Championship Sunday in the Northeast Collegiate Hockey League. The Rutgers University Scarlet Knights and the Canisius University Golden Griffins set to do battle to lift the trophy above their heads after 60 minutes of hockey. Travis Quigley here to take you through the call today. Our producer, Sam Musnick, and my main man on the cam, Paul Trantini. We're the crew for LISN. Here for this championship matchup, Rutgers in their red uniforms, Canisius in their whites. Starting lineups being announced right now by Michaela Kochi. We'll turn it over to her. Lineups announced, anthem's been played, and we are just about ready to go here on the LI Sports Network. Championship Sunday in the NECHL. Canisius, as mentioned, in their white uniforms going right to left, first and third period. Rutgers in their red uniforms with Knights script across the chest, going left to right, first and third. Once again, Travis Quigley here on the call. Sam Musnick, our producer. Paul Trentini on the camera. Had a multitude of awards handed out this weekend, and plenty of players on the ice collected some individual hardware. As you get a look at one of our rookies of the year, both rookies of the year are playing in this game. Both rookies of the year are between the pipes as you get a look at our other rookie of the year, Xavier Lapierre, Marcus Paltoff of Rutgers, Lapierre of Canisius, splitting the Rookie of the Year awards. We're underway. Canisius will control the opening faceoff. 60 minutes of championship hockey here at the Long Beach Ice Arena on Long Island. Paltoff out of the net, stops it on the backhand. Reversed around, out to the slot, chance there. Big save, Paltoff. Just 15 seconds into the hockey game. Over the line, it's Campbell. Campbell backhands it through the middle. That one knocked down. High flip will clear over the stick of Butchko. This will be called an icing. 19:27 here in the first period. Coach of the Year in the NECHL, Joseph Dixon, behind the bench for Rutgers. Collected a 4-3 semifinal victory over Farmingdale State College yesterday in semifinal number 1. Canisius with a 4-2 win over RIT last night in semifinal number 2. Third meeting between these two teams here this season. Delayed offside on Rutgers as Albrecht unable to hold the line. Long pass, and Conte dumps it in. Viney first on the forecheck is attacked at to Turner, puts it off the wall. Kicking around in front of the Rutgers bench. Now Albrecht looks to clear. Beyond the reach of Sek. Icing going to be called on the Scarlet Knights. The MVP, Connor Reagan, put the team on his back last night. A natural hat trick in the third period to help Rutgers earn their spot in this championship game. Had a phenomenal season to earn the MVP award and wants to help his team earn a title as a glove save made by LaPierre on Kata. Our first team All-Stars in the NECHL this season, Liam Wicks, Shane Tobin, and Zach Duggan up front, representing Canisius RIT and TCNJ respectively. Patrick Haynes of Rutgers and Josh Okulowicz of Canisius, both out here today, as Hilliard with a quick shot off the draw, gloved by LaPierre, who rounds out the first team All-Stars in the NECHL this year. Down for Smargan, couldn't keep it. Chopped ahead, and out of the zone come the Griffins, racing over Reagan to break it up. This one gets wrapped in. Mzakwita in there on becomes 2-on-2. Up to the point, nobody home. Line change being made. Butchko gonna dump this back in. Smargan on it, drops it back for Haynes, rolling to the middle. De Pedrina's in there, stops it up. He's got some room, now flips it up high. Butchko gloves it. Poked back ahead, Hilliard dumps it. 2 forwards off, 2 forwards on for the Scarlet Knights. That puck gets chipped out by Coogan. Up the wall, taken away. Walknachter rolling through the middle, intercepted by North, and he's going to spring a pass ahead. Wicks trying to get a breakaway, bounced off his stick, moves it to the slot. At the point, Collins back behind the net. Wraparound try, save made, Paltoff on Wicks. Turnover forced, out in front, Coogan bats it between his legs. Poked at, kept in by Riddell. Haynes floats one through the middle. Flipped back down the sheet and past Haynes. Lukowski trying to avoid him. Campbell following him up, takes the puck and dumps it in for the Scarlet Knights. Bowen trying to jab at it. Loses his footing, swats it over. A hand pass going to be called. Second team All-Stars for the NECHL this season. From RIT, Maddox Haskins, Dale Campbell of Rutgers, and Brandon Lukomsky of Canisius. Matt Bowen from Canisius, Ryan Walter from TCNJ, who he's gotten a little bit of viral fame over the past few days. The now infamous clip of him throwing the puck over the bench. Behind the net of Paltoff, Josh Ruffner of RIT rounds out our second team All-Stars. Great pass to Turner. He's buzzing in. Turner shoots it just wide. Puck going to stay in the zone here. Comes back around the net. Josh Okulowicz can't clear first try. Comes back to him. He'll hinge it off and Bowen across through the middle. Big hit thrown by Turner as he was able to knock Bandelli into the ice. Kata trying to chip it past Josh Viney. Viney wheels and clears the zone. Sek knocks it down, flips it deep. 4 minutes gone by in the first period. De Pedrina leads the rush. Goes off the wall. Puck gets chipped in deep by Conte. Reagan slows things down, moves it to Albrecht. Back with Reagan off the wall for Emzaquita, takes it off the skate. Turnover going to be forced. Goodwin into the zone now. Goodwin avoids a stick check and puts it off the post. From the point, that's deflected down. Save made, covered up by Paltov. Great shot that rings iron there. Best opportunity Canisius has had so far through the first almost 5 minutes of this hockey game. Walknachter moves it middle. It's Haynes swooping in. It'll be a 2-on-2 rush now as Haynes driving wide on Riddell. Takes it to the net, goes back door. Campbell couldn't put it in. Goodwin takes it now, looking for White, who redirects it out of the zone. Shot back down, right on net. LaPierre steers it out. Super dangerous right there. That one almost came off the skate of Collins. Kicked right through the crease. Puck still tied up behind the net. Fitzgibbon picks it off, but right there following up, Viney clears. Stretched for Alex Viney. Alex, number 20. Josh, number 4 for the Golden Griffins. Okulowicz trying to knock it out of the air, lost it. As it was taken, a cross-point pass from Askin, though, is intercepted, and Viney moves it to White. White avoids a check. Viney takes it back. Okulowicz goes across the blue. Dropped off to the point one more time. It's White. White goes through the seam. Okulowicz shovel play blocked by Gorman. Back up top for Viney. That shot fought off Paltov. Off the glass, stays in the rink. Viney on the keep-in. Another try off the glass. This time will clear the zone. Icing waved off as Bowen was right there. And that off the stick of Reagan goes over the glass, out of play. 13:37 to go, period number 1. Face-off will be at center ice. 0-0 between Rutgers and Canisius. We'll redo this one again. Sek and Wicks. Sek trying to go forward. Wicks pulls it back, gets some help from North. Jagger North had 2 goals last night in the win over RIT. And he's there to swat it away between the blue and the red. Hooked back out to neutral ice. North gets a piece of it, delayed offside. This will allow Reagan to curl back and gain some speed. Looking to cut middle, comes to Sek. Slides it over to Turner. Turner redirected wide. Coogan trying to put it back behind the net. Turner got there first. Coogan on the backhand, rolling puck. Albrecht down to a knee, keeps the zone. It's Turner now. Walking, firing, hits the crossbar! And a save by LaPierre. My goodness, that was close. Let's see where that one hit. That one was really close. Tough to tell. Stays 0-0 here. Can Canisius now find one? Rive in a battle on the wall. Okulowicz holds the zone, but it's chipped past him now. Smargan trying to catch up to it. Bowen's there. Bowen long for Rive, missed his tape. Rive on a foot race for it. Haynes gets there in time. Butchko stepped in the lane. No change for Canisius. Fresh skaters for Rutgers on the offensive zone draw. See which side the Scarlet Knights select, and they will go to the left of Xavier Lapierre. Flipped out on the weak side and collected 2-on-2 rush. Pad save with the left for Paltov. Back in front, Reve never made it. Komsky chips past him. He'll be held at the point though. Another pad stop for Paltov off the shot from Riddell. And a big hit going to be thrown by Reve. Fitzgibbon takes the biscuit. Slides it middle. Campbell to the outside. Goes wide. Walknachter. Canisius make a quick change. Rutgers trying to go quick up. Doesn't work out for them. Puck back with the Griffins. Sek off the bench though will intercept. Over the line as Campbell to his right. Couldn't get it to him. Pops out to Viney. Viney goes across. It's Conte back for Viney. Backhand try, save made. Covered up by Paltov. 11:07 here in period number 1. Travis Quigley on the call. Paul Trentini on the cam. And Sam Musnick, our producer, here today. Championship Sunday down at the Long Beach Ice Arena. We filled up with our Brand's Deli before the game. Hope you all at home have had a nice lunch on this Sunday. It'll be chipped in past Viney. Viney collects. High clear, and Reagan settles that bouncing puck, puts it back off the wall. Viney and De Pedrina have a catch. And De Pedrina sees the lane he wants to go. Angled off by Turner, now back come Rutgers. Across for Turner, he's gonna chip it in. Played around for Sek. Sek, up top Albrecht, one-timer, save made Lapierre. Reagan stepped up, couldn't keep it in, and now it comes across. 2-on-1, Hansen enters, but Goodwin on the far side. Just before the puck got into the zone, offside called. Good thing you all at home did not have to hear that yawn from Paul Trentini. There was some power behind that one. For sure. It's back with Bowen. Over to Okulowicz. Goes through the middle off the skate of Hansen. Fitzgibbon. And now Campbell with it. Campbell for Walknachter on the backhand, forced behind. Hooks it out front. Butchko at the point. Shot comes through. Lapierre didn't see it till it hit the back wall. Haynes drops it for Campbell. The second teamer. Campbell. Wheeling around. Quick pass for Haynes. Shot off target. Hansen. Racing through neutral ice. Stick lift Fitzgibbon. And Walknachter turns north. He'll shoot. Blocked. Gets his own rebound. Another save. Rolling puck, and it's backhanded by Sendeki. He'll get it returned to him by Walknachter, but poke checked. And here comes Collins. Collins with a shot. Glove down, Paltov. And he'll hold it for the whistle. Right of Paltov past the halfway point of period number 1. 9:08 remaining to be exact. Still searching for our first goal of this game. Thought we had one earlier. Rang the crossbar for the Scarlet Knights. Canisius has hit a post today as well. Collins rolls and shoots just wide. Albrecht whacks it to the corner and then moves it up the wall, but North takes it away. Wicks on the forecheck. And he's knocked down by Reagan. Put up the wall and out of the zone. Chang, though, stick lifted, continues to battle for it, and just backhands it across. Pressure on Riddell, goes D to D. Collins for Coogan. Coogan to the middle. Stopped down by Wicks. Pass through the skates of North. Reagan stops up behind his own net, now starts to go. His pass, though, knocked down by Wicks. North back to Wicks. Looking across for Coogan. Broken up Albrecht. What a play from the Scarlet Knights captain. And Hilliard dancing in now. Just kicks it to the corner. Trying to move it back in front. Viney blocks that pass. Amzaquita now up to the point for Haynes. He's going to have to glove it down. He shoots. Stopped up. Backhand tries Smargan. And it's held in the glove by LaPierre. You see on the replay here, nice turnover forced there by Wicks as he puts it across, but Albrecht stick in the lane, standing firm, the Rutgers defenseman. It's Sek, back for Haynes, under 8 to go. Haynes shoots, missed the net. Butchko, though, right back on target, and LaPierre pulls it out of the air with the glove. Right of LaPierre. Canisius win the draw. Comes up to Lukowski, weak side. He'll backhand it out. Rivet pressuring. Haynes to Cotta, and he'll send it down the sheet. Bowen with the puck, D to D for Okulowicz. Okulowicz had a solid game last night against the RIT Tigers. Didn't get himself on the score sheet, but did all the little things right to help his team secure the win. Okulowicz throws that one on goal. Butchko will block it. Around for Turner, and Cotta is springing through the middle. Turner couldn't get the puck to him. Bandelian, red line and in. Didn't get it deep, though. He'll get a second chance at it, and he puts that one off a body on the Rutgers bench. Face-off going to be inside of the Scarlet Knights zone due to it hitting one of their players. Left of Paltov. Clean face-off win. Shot through. Paltov save. Rebound was poked out, but the whistle went. Nolan French driving the net. Knocked it free from Paltov. But he just kept buzzing by because that whistle went. You got to think if play continued, he stops on it. He's got a wide open cage to tap that into. At the point. That shot deflects. They score! Look who it is. Nolan French makes it 1-0 for Canisius. 6:51 to go in the first period. Right after it looked like he had a golden chance taken from him by the whistle, right off of the ensuing face-off, the Golden Griffs win it. A low shot from the point redirected by Nolan French, the Buffalo, New York native, and he gives the Griffins the 1-0 advantage here in period number 1. Can Rutgers respond? It's Cotta over the blue with a quick shot. Glove down LaPierre. Canisius in this position last season, playing in the championship game. Rutgers fell in the semifinals last year. Through the middle, Haynes takes it away. Moves it out wide. Cotta, kick save by LaPierre. Back with Viney, and a little reverse hit thrown on Cotta. He got the worst of that one. Cotta out front. Pops to Haynes at the point. He's going to walk. Looks for a deflection. They score! It's Turner on the high tip off the backhand. And we are tied up at 1. What a play here by Haynes. Receives it on the backhand. Takes 2 steps to his right. And he sees Turner pop into the high slot. Finds the twig. And a great redirection to put it up and over LaPierre. And it's 1-1. And I think might have just been a late change here for Rutgers. And that's what the holdup was. We're back to hockey now as that's put into the Canisius bench, and we have another stoppage. Phenomenal response from the Scarlet Knights. They give up the goal and get it right back on the ensuing next shift. Nolan French for Canisius, Jack Turner for Rutgers. Reagan puts this one cross corner, and foot race won by Okulowicz. Scarlet Knights thought Campbell got there first. .6:05 remaining, 1-1. As we've had 2 goals in the last minute for each respective side. One back from the point, they score! Matt Bowen, top cheddar snipe, 2-1 Canisius. Right off the icing that Rutgers was arguing that Campbell won the race, Canisius wins the draw. And what a picture-perfect wrister from the point from Matt Bowen. Off the bar and in. 2-1 for Canisius. Butchko after Rutgers win the face-off. Hilliard ramps it in. Can Rutgers respond quick again? 3 goals in just a minute and a half. Zaquita cycles around for Smargan. Smargan's knocked to the ice. Okulowicz continues to work for it. Comes around weak side. Butchko bumped into. Zaquita on the keep-in. Back with Butchko. He's going to roll and shoot. Blocks shot Lukowski. And cleared out by Bandelian. Haynes has to work over to put it back deep, or else Canisius would have had numbers. Lukowski receives the pass, and he's run into by Zaquita. And Rive with a big check in the corner. Both these sides laying the body this shift. D-to-D pass. Hard up the wall, intercepted by North. Haynes goes across. Found Hilliard all by him's lonesome. Hilliard with the dump in, puts it on goal. LaPierre thought about covering it, but the Scarlet Knights in the middle of a wholesale change. He keeps it moving. Pass was behind Coogan. Sacked through the middle for Turner. Now it's with Cotta. Cotta's going to shoot, puts it over the head of LaPierre. Back in front, Turner. Couldn't get his backhander on target. Long stretch pass looking for Jagger North was Coogan. Knocked down. Riddell dumps it in. Gorman. Fired around for Turner, but North on the keep-in. Back with Gorman. Puts it up to Cotta. Coogan holds the zone. Wicks all over Gorman as it's reversed to Houlihan. Turner takes the pass, little self-chip, keeps going. Back with Josh Viney. 3:55 remaining in period 1. Canisius with a 1-goal lead. To the outside, Reagan trying to get on the forehand, couldn't get a shot off. Albrecht back down low. Across. And Conte takes a check from Fitzgibbon. He's still able to put it deep, though. Reagan back and heads up. It's coming right at us and hits Paul in the backside. Might have to put Paul on the long-term injured reserve after that one. Are you okay, Paul? Weak side wrap for Rutgers. 3:15 remaining. Goodwin trying to drop it off for Okulowicz, broken up by Reagan. Cotta over to Albrecht, up for Turner. Turner gonna chip it in. He and Cotta head off. Fitzgibbon will be F1. Snapped across for Conte. He'll wrap it in hard. Poltov couldn't stop it. 3-on-2 in front of the Scarlet Knights bench. Mzaquita in to take it. Loses his twig on the dump in. Riddell to Collins. Flipped across over the stick of Viney. Butchko with a reversal, held in Hansen. Driven into the corner by Hilliard. Hilliard and Hansen are still wrapped up together. And now we got a penalty coming up here. Rutgers is going to go on the power play. Hansen is going to the box. Cross-checking the call with 2:20 to go in the first. And here's the sequence. Sam Musnick is fired up for us here. You see just that extra stuff as that battle continued down below between Hansen and Hilliard. Now a power play chance for the Scarlet Knights. Sack wins it back for Haynes. He's gonna roll middle and shoot. Save made, rebound pops free. Another try, stopped up by LaPierre on Fitzgibbon. Through the middle of the ice to Sek. He'll skate over the blue line, put it across to Reagan, but went through his legs. North trying to clear, couldn't do it. Reagan rolls, he fires but hits the glass. Gets his own rebound, puts it behind for Sek. Reagan overlaps him. Now it's with Fitzgibbon to Haynes. Haynes delays. Back for Fitzgibbon. One more time to Haynes. Fitzgibbon with it. Goal line. Sek across, redirected. Reagan couldn't get the one time off. Haynes on the keep. Scissor play with Reagan. Sauced across for Fitzgibbon, now across. Reagan, one-timer, punch straight out. And knocked down by Wicks. He clears. Big play right there from Liam Wicks. Haynes, meandering through neutral ice, enters the offensive zone. Final minute of period one. Campbell in battle with Reve. It comes off the head of Lukowski and chipped out. French already with one tonight, protecting the puck. Takes it behind the net. Still protecting, cycles in deep. 20 seconds to go on the power play. Great job there from 16 in white, draining time off the clock. Campbell leaves it for Butchko. Butchko, nice move. Butch goes in, just wide. Lukowski chips it to neutral ice. We're back to 5-on-5 hockey. Turner over the blue, 15 seconds left. Forced to the corner by Okulowicz. Poked over to Walknachter. Out front. Shoveled back behind by Hansen. Pass to Albrecht. Never made it to him. Now chipped ahead Lukowski. 2 seconds left. Can he get one shot off? No. Time will expire just as he gets to the blue line. 2-1 lead for Canisius after 20 minutes of play. Took us a little while to find that first goal. It was the Griffins who got themselves on the board. Nolan French starts the scoring in this one. The redirection out in front. Not too long after that, though, we saw Jack Turner do the same thing. A redirection out in front to tie it up. Less than a minute after French got our scoring started. And then less than a minute after that, off of an icing, the ensuing faceoff pulled straight back to Matt Bowen. And he puts the shot bar down to give the Griffins the advantage as we head to break. 2-1 the scoreline, Canisius over Rutgers. Championship Sunday here in the NECHL. 20 minutes. I'd say these two teams have delivered so far. They have brought their energy. They have brought their A games. 40 minutes to go. Let us know in the chat during this intermission. Who do you think is going to bring it home, Canisius or Rutgers? Travis Quigley here with Paul Trentini and Sam Musnick. Been super happy to be here all weekend at the Long Beach Ice Arena for the NECHL playoffs. Got to thank you all at home as well for tuning in, showing us support, but more importantly, showing the athletes on the ice your support and love. 40 more minutes of hockey here in Long Beach. 2-1 lead for Canisius. We'll take a quick break, grab a drink, grab a snack, head back to the couch, and get ready for period number 2 right here on the LI Sports Network.
I
sure.
We're talking. I'm going over the air, but Dave can like talk to me. Just like calls me and I like mouth at us like every couple minutes.
I yawned and Travis was like, oh, I wish you guys could have heard the yawn. Like, oh, Dad, it was a pretty big one. This game sucks. And Travis said, for sure. Like, that no one can hear, like, the conversation. Well, when I said it was still 0-0, it was like 5 minutes.
I was going to say, I was like pretty high school.
He said that and they scored like a minute ago.
Dude, they're doing all those like
That I always do. You just never hear them.
Yeah, now I can hear it.
and now we have the whole train team getting like, this game stinks.
Yeah, just raise my thing up there.
Enjoy this while it happens, because you're about to do a middle school game right there.
Yep, I can't wait. Cannot wait. What if we just don't? What if something happens?
What if you put Gabe in the period?
Oh yeah. I know he does call camera and
Gabe?
yeah, he's good on.
You can do that, do like mid kid, test it up to the even more mid kids.
Do you remember our first year Gabe would run around the rink like sweating?
Yes.
Like,
I mean, nothing's really changed.
my first year at National, remember the freezer rink?
Yes.
So Gabe is sprinting to go get the speed station. Gabe is sprinting and Gabe jumps 3 steps in that ball. What the fuck's going on?
He was fucking crazy.
You were there.
Yes.
He was
No, he's quick.
you have
Gabe is
no idea.
quick.
He's quick.
He's very, very quick.
On some games that guy game takes.
He's like a legit sprinter. Like, I don't know how he do in like a marathon type of thing, but like he needs to get from point A to point B. Like he could do it. Like no doubt in my mind, if he needs to get clear to that door, 10 seconds, he can do it.
I mean,
In new.
I go there all the time.
Well, but like he clear it, and he'd clear this bar. Like
he would go through the door.
he'd go through the fucking door.
Game size wall.
I'm not even joking. I played in a tournament with him. It was my line was me, Duffy, and Gabe. And me and Duffy couldn't keep up with him. He was sprinting through the neutral. Like, oh,
Yeah, I don't know. I
and
remember
we had
I
Morello
played
on
with him. I don't
defense.
know. I did a tournament with Gabe, and me and Gabe were on a line. I forgot who was on our line. It might have been Bridgewood.
Bridget playing Jack Duffy.
back for period number 2. A 2-1 lead for Canisius over Rutgers in the NECHL championship game here at the Long Beach Ice Arena, live on the LI Sports Network. It's Rutgers with possession just momentarily. They clear the zone. Bowen across and Okulowicz back in. Travis Quigley on the call. Sam Musnick, our producer. Paul Trentini on the camera for us. Chipped out for Walknachter. Walknachter in. Knifed away from him. Okulowicz drops it back. Returned to him. And now it's with Conte. Just a soft chip off the wall and out. Dump back in on goal. And it'll be held by LaPierre. 36 seconds gone in period number 2. French got the scoring started for us, burying the opener for the Golden Griffs. But responding right away was Jack Turner. Matt Bowen put Canisius back in front under a minute after that. That is how we stand if you are joining us late here for this broadcast. Butchko from the point, glove save, LaPierre. Do the face-off to the right of LaPierre this go-around. Pulled back off the wall, knocked down by Turner. Butchko couldn't keep it. He'll have to hinge it back to Haynes. Haynes to Butchko. Goes across, right on the tape of Sek. Slides it to Cotta. Cotta through the middle, shoots, sticked away by LaPierre. Cotta stuffs one, save made again. North with the high flip. Butchko stops it at the red line, back in deep. Delayed offside on the Scarlet Knights, they tag up. Kobe De Pedrina keeps it on the strong side. Taken though by Sek. He'll spin. Goes across the seam. Never made it over. Turning try from Houlihan. Went wide. Comes back to him now. Houlihan. Wide again. Scarlet Knights all over it here. Sek takes it away. Slides it out front. And a big hit thrown on Turner. He can't get the shot off. Covered up by LaPierre. Left of LaPierre, minute and 41 seconds. Have passed us by here. Puck thrown in deep. And Zaquita there, pokes at it. Comes to White, and White for Viney gets it out. Taken away, and now intercepted. Back in, Hilliard shoots, and a glove stop for LaPierre. 20 shots in the game now for the Rutgers Scarlet Knights. Out of the corner, pops out to Goodwin. Goodwin, 2-on-2 rush. He'll stop up and shoot. Fought off by Paltoff. Not an easy stop to make there. And he thrown back in. Sendeki knocks it down, takes it, and dumps it into the corner. Ends up behind the net. Hilliard stops it. D-to-D pass, Sendeki. Shot blocked down to a knee, Conte. He clears. Pops out to neutral ice. Walknachter. Across to Fitzgibbon. Dropped off. Fitzgibbon shoots. He scores! Fitzgibbon sneaks it 5-hole. 3 minutes into period 2. We are tied up at 2. Pass is almost intercepted at neutral ice. Fitzgibbon drops it off, gets it back from Walknachter. A little bit of a screen, and it sneaks through LaPierre's wickets. Fitzgibbon, another goal here in the playoffs, ties the game up for Rutgers. Turner dumps it in. Coogan giving chase. Albrecht won the race. Icing called. Icing called. Going on Canisius. Sek rolling. That pass is blocked. One of these teams trying to lift the NECHL trophy for the first time. That shot hits the glass. Poked past Reagan. He'll turn, collect the puck, and slide it over. It's dumped in by the captain, Harrison Albrecht. Long pass, knocked down. Reagan taking possession. Snaps it over to Cotta. Cotta on the backhand. Wicks is back to collect for Canisius. 2-2 hockey game. Thanks to the tying goal from Patrick Fitzgibbon. Coogan takes it off the skate. Couldn't keep possession. Butchko brings it around his own net. Knocked away. It's with Jagger North. To the point. Riddell, blocked shot by Campbell, and now a foot race for it. LaPierre coming way out to play it and sends it to neutral ice. Sek dumps it in. Scarlet Knights tag. Campbell. Jabbed off his stick by Riddell. He puts it around the wall. And now a foot race between Haynes and White. And Haynes gets to the dot first. Icing called. Almost 5 minutes played in period 2. Fitzgibbon, the lone goal in this period to tie the game up. Draws one to the boards. Unable to clear the zone for Canisius right away. Now they do get it out, and Reagan back off the glass. That Canisius D pair was able to make a line change and works out for them. Icing going to be called on Rutgers. Going forward off the faceoff is Hansen. He's taken down, and Canisius going on the power play. A tripping call on Campbell. We'll go left of Paltov, face off in the same exact spot where it just occurred. Won by Fitzgibbon, cleared by Reagan. Back in the same spot. Reagan, Albrecht, Fitzgibbon, and Zaquita, penalty killing for the Scarlet Knights. We've got the Viney brothers, Northwicks, and Conte out on the ice for the power play for Canisius, and another clear from Connor Reagan. And Zaquita beat there. Wicks carries over the line. Walks into the corner. Leaves it for Viney, gets it back. Wicks to Viney. Out through the slot. Missed tape, and it comes all the way back to LaPierre. Leaves it for Josh Viney. Hits north on the far blue line. Protects the puck. Drags around Albrecht. Shot gets blocked by Reagan, and Albrecht clears. Fanning on the pass was White. Turner takes it away. Kick stop. Pops back out front. LaPierre will cover it. 47 seconds left on the power play. Been a great kill so far here for the Scarlet Knights. Tie up at the dot. It's taken by Canisius captain Matt Bowen. Hits Hansen with the pass, comes off his skate into the zone. 35 left on the man advantage. Canisius been doing a lot of chasing and breaking out here. Back behind for French. He's run into by Haynes. Haynes trying to clear, knocked out of the air. Sliding to keep it in was Bowen, and a penalty going to be called. Interference going on Goodwin. And it's 4-on-4 for 13 seconds. Then Rutgers go on the power play. We'll run the replay here because I think everyone up top missed what the call actually happened to be. And I think it's, so the penalty was called on Goodwin, and I believe it was that little hack he gave. Reagan, another penalty being called here on Canisius. Blasted from the point, that's blocked, goes out of play. We're going a 5-on-3 now. Okulowicz going to the box. Rolling the circle, Reagan shoots, he scores! Connor Reagan on the power play. Rutgers with their first lead of the day, 3-2. He's still got the backpack on from yesterday. Gives his side the advantage with the top shelf snipe. Just 4 seconds into the 5-on-3. Now a minute 56, 5-on-4 power play for the Scarlet Knights. They win the draw, and in comes Reagan. Had a natural hat trick against Farmingdale last night. Trying to drop that one back door for Sendecki. Never made it to him. That puck is going to ramp off his stick and go over the glass out of play. 12:18 to go in period 2. One back. Haynes for Fitzgibbon. Touch back to him. Now for Haynes. Looking for Fitzgibbon. Broken up with the stick. Good play there from Lukomsky. Hand pass going to be called. Wicks gets tossed from the draw. It's Rutgers who win it. Butchko around his own net, 1:20 remaining. On the Canisius penalty to Josh Okulowicz, offside. Go the Scarlet Knights. This one whacked down the sheet by Collins. Turner there to collect. Leaves it for Butchko. Butchko wheels, weaving through, now dishes it to Turner. Turner driving in wide. Off the wall to Butchko at the point. Back down the boards. Walknachter there, pressured by North. Campbell off the boards. Brings it around the net. He'll stop up. Slides it to Walknachter. Back for Campbell. Rolling. Firing. And the net came off. In the middle of that shot attempt, we get the stoppage. Face-off will stay inside with 35 to go on the penalty to Okulowicz. Point. It's Haynes. Walks and shoots. That deflects, but hits the glass. It's Sek to Fitzgibbon. Rolls it to the point for Haynes. Looks across. That didn't make it to the net off the stick of Sek. Jagger North throws it 200 feet. Haynes on a stretch pass. Hits Reagan with speed. Drops it for Sek. Sek to the goal line. It's Reagan. He shoots, shoulder save. Back to even strength. Sek to the slot over the stick of Fitzgibbon. Fitzgibbon stick handling, dumped to the ice. Backhanded, blocked off. Skated out by French. Couldn't get the puck deep. Goodwin. He'll cut in through. Poke checked off his stick though. Off the bench, Bowen fans on the shot, and out comes Fitzgibbon. 2-on-1 with Haynes. Fitzgibbon to Haynes, diving, blocking the pass was Viney, but he's gonna get called for a tripping penalty. The NECHL style tripping penalty called there. Diving to block the pass, takes the man out. 9:56 to go in the second period, and another power play opportunity for the Scarlet Knights. Power play begins, one back to Turner. Slides it to Butchko, now with Campbell. Campbell, Wachnack, Nakata, through the seam, one-timer, they score! Second of the game for Jack Turner on the power play. 4-2 Rutgers. Great passing here, quick puck movement as Campbell pops and he sees the seam open up. Turner blasted home, kept the shot low, right through the 5-hole of LaPierre, and a 2-goal advantage for the Scarlet Knights just as we pass the halfway point of the hockey game. 9:45 left in the second. This has been a strong middle period for Rutgers. Lukowski and Rivet battling with Smargin and Haynes. Smargin comes out with it. Turnover though, Lukowski keeps it. Thought about a drop to the point, instead cycles it in. De Pedrina to the net, just wide, looking for the stick of Lukowski. Viney backhands it low. And a big collision there. Haynes pushes Rivet up against the boards. Hilliard trying to clear. Bandelian closed off space. Pops back into the slot with Haynes. He'll send it long for Hilliard, poked away. And Zaquita swoops in for it, drops it off to Smargin. Smargin cutting through, shoots just wide. Houlihan drives down the boards, gets it to Smargin. Driven to the wall by De Pedrina. Viney in there, but Smargin just keeps working, takes the puck back. Goes across, paddle in the lane. LaPierre saved a goal there, or bare minimum, a grade A opportunity. Hilliard backhands it around. Rutgers have a lot of jump. And Zaquita playing the body there. Trying to go back to the point. It's intercepted. And skating it out, Colin Bandelian. Bandelian with a little fake, lost the puck. A penalty going to be called behind the play on Smargin and Canisius. A chance to get back within one here. They're going on the power play. 8:17 remaining in the second period. Face-off is one back to Bowen. Slides it over to Hansen. Takes it off the boards. Drives in, goes across. Nobody on that back post. Goodwin takes it. Back to Bowen. Across. Hansen can't get the one-timer off, and Albrecht clears. Pass to Hansen. He's going to skate it in. Reagan steps up on him, angles him off the puck. Campbell looking to clear now. Kept in Hansen. Goes to the goal line. It's Goodwin. He'll shoot, pad save made. Bowen will keep it in. Another penalty coming on Rutgers. And Campbell touches it up. 5-on-3 for 1:19 for Canisius. Chang going to the box, 2 for interference. We've already seen Rutgers score on a 5-on-3 in this period. Can Canisius do the same? The 5-on-3 goal for the Scarlet Knights gave them the 3-2 advantage. Can Canisius get their third goal of the game on a 5-on-3 as well? One minute, 19 seconds. Plenty of time to work with. 7:36 to go in the period. It's one back to Haynes. All over it though, Viney takes it away. Wicks. He walks, he shoots. Breadbasket save for Paltov. Right of Marcus for the faceoff. Going to be kept in by Josh Viney. He's going to roll, drag, shot save by Paltov. Back to Viney. Continues to walk it in. Now another shot stopped up. Held in by Wicks. Dragging shot off the pipe from Wicks. 7 minutes to go. Viney, fake slap shot. Hits Wicks with it. Wicks to the goal line. Back for Wicks. It's blocked. Sendecki had the stick in the lane. Couldn't force it out. Wicks to Viney. Viney walks and shoots. Glove save for Paltov. We get the whistle. 29 remaining on the penalty to Smargan. 111 on the penalty to Chang. Faceoff is won by Canisius. Bowen gets it. Right back for Okulowicz to the goal line. Back behind the net. It pops out for Bowen. 15 left on the 5-on-3. Okulowicz to Bowen. Bowen dragging, shoots. It's deflected, still loose in front. Backhand try, pad save, Paltov. Take another look at that sequence there. Patient puck movement from the Griffins. But Paltov is tracking this thing. Deflected, stays loose, but he's all over it. He's got the left pad flexed out, the glove in the air, and doesn't let it get past him. Back to Bowen, center point. That shot gets blocked, and Turner clears it out. Out of the box, Emzaquita. He's driving in. Poked away by a back-checking Okulowicz. And pardon me, it was Smargan out of the box. Emzaquita was off the bench for him. Almost a clean breakaway look there. Stretched out to Bowen. Trying to drop it outside. Reagan breaks it up. It's with Goodwin and 15 seconds left on the penalty to Chang. Scarlet Knights trying to get out of this unscathed. Brought into the zone, but chopped away from Lukowski and cleared all the way down. We return to even strength. Strong penalty kill there for Rutgers. Butch go back to get it. Slides it D to D for Haynes. Overskated it though. Chopped out Emzaquita over for De Pedrina from Bandelian. Lukowski chips it in. Rivet giving chase. Haynes felt the pressure and clears. Through the middle of the ice. That one sent all the way down. Foot raced. Won by Lukowski. Beats the icing. And Butchko going to drive him into the boards. Taken back though. Rivet to the net. Just wide. Bandelian off to the weak side. Viney going to pinch. It was knocked down by Campbell. Kept by Viney once more. Trying to find some space to shoot. Broken up. And now Walknackner spreads it out for Haynes just in front of him. Campbell takes it behind the net. Leaves it for Haynes. Haynes to the slot. They score! Walknackner makes it 5-2 for Rutgers. 4:23 remaining in the middle frame. Canisius putting the pressure on that 5-on-3. Couldn't find the back of the net. They did hit a post. Rutgers get it back to 5-on-5. Come right back down and bury Walknackner with the one-timer after the pass. Banks off the side of the net and lands right in his wheelhouse. beats LaPierre, and a 3-goal advantage for the Scarlet Knights. Sek moves it down for Turner. Steered aside by LaPierre. Turner, got to remember, he's on hat-trick watch. That one deflected over the net by Sek. Bowen slides it ahead to Hansen. Hansen over the blue line. Tucking that shoulder. Trying to protect it. He's engaged in battle. It's spun around the wall. Bowen to the net. Blocked down by Houlihan. Back with Bowen again. Save Poltov. He lost his mask. We get the whistle. (5-2) for Rutgers, as they have scored 4 unanswered. Travis Quigley here with Sam Musnick and Paul Trentini. I want to thank you all so much for joining us this entire weekend on the LI Sports Network for the NECHL playoffs. It's Championship Sunday in the NECHL. As the pass comes through, that's blocked by Amzaquita. Hilliard with the soft chip in. Gives chase, takes a crunch against the wall, and a weak side wrap. Funny hop, Albrecht to a knee, keeps it. Smargan. Pushed to the boards by French. Scarlet Knights keeping it in here. Unable to get it out. Goodwin. Back with French. Collins is wrapped up. That goes off the outside of the net. We have a penalty being called here. So, a lot going on behind the play there. It's Collins being taken to the box for Canisius. So a power play for Rutgers. Last 2 power plays they've had, they have scored. Can they do it again? 2:45 to go in the second period. It's Collins in the box. Wrapped around, Wicks clears the zone. Poltov leaves it for Haynes. Haynes cuts out the same side and dishes over to Reagan. Reagan, what a move. Shoots wide. Fitzgibbon settles things down. Sek behind the net. One fake, now to Reagan. Haynes, Fitzgibbon, blasted. And a save right off the Golden Griffin logo, center of LaPierre's jersey. Walknachter pulls it back for Butchko. Butchko rolls, switches spots with Cotta. Campbell spinning away from Lukowski. Back off the wall to the point. It's Butchko. Gets it into the corner. Cotta for Turner. Turner gets it back from Cotta. And cross, one-timer Butchko blocked by Lukowski. It's with Wachnachter now. Campbell to Butchko. Butchko's shot blocked and cleared all the way down. Matt Bowen, 2 forwards off for Canisius, trying to get a change with 25 seconds left on the penalty kill. Turner swept away from him. And Jagger North moves it north. Trying to get the rest of the time killed off. Campbell dumps it in. Final minute here in the second. Campbell keeps it. Out of the box is Collins. Reagan takes it away from North. Coogan all over him now. Gets help from North. Spins, keeps possession. Moves it to the slot. Wicks trying to bat it out of the air. Taking Wachnachter. Trying to send it long. Bowen bats it down. Wicks back over the line, offside with 31.5 remaining. De Pedrina kicks it across. Viney off the glass. Reagan settles. Moves it to Hilliard out through the middle to Smargan. Hacked away from him by the back-checking Hansen. Shot down the ice. Icing called with 10 seconds to go. Canisius elects the circle that is left of Paltov. Hansen and Smargan. Hansen wins it to White. White to the middle. One-timer blocked down. Back to White, though. Can he get it to the net? No. Cleared out to center ice, and Hilliard dumps it the rest of the way. That is how we end things. 40 minutes down, 20 to go, and that middle frame was all Scarlet Knights hockey. They take a 5-2 lead into the locker room. 4 unanswered goals here against Canisius. And they are 20 minutes away from lifting that NECHL trophy above their heads. Can they hold on and secure the win? Or can Canisius go to the room, reset, regroup themselves, and come out flying in the third period to mount the comeback, climb the mountaintop, and earn themselves that championship lift? 5-2 for Rutgers. 2 power play goals in that second period provided the difference. And now Canisius will have to battle over the final 20. Chip away at this lead in hopes of potentially forcing some extra time or even winning this game in regulation. Rutgers just has to keep the foot on the gas, keep doing what they've been doing. 5-2 for the Scarlet Knights. Travis Quigley on the call, Sam Musnick, our producer, and Paul Trentini on the camera for us. Once again, happy to be here for all 3 days of the NECHL tournament down in Long Beach. Got to thank all of you at home for joining us for each broadcast and, of course, supporting the great athletes out on the ice, leaving it all out there in hopes of winning a conference title. Set a timer on your phone for about 12 minutes, and we will return with the third period of action between the Rutgers University Scarlet Knights and the Canisius University Golden Griffins. 5-2, Rutgers out in front. Right here, live and only, you're watching the NECHL Championship game on the LI Sports Network.
supposed to work.
I check the thing. I check our master. It says Clark Gillies. I check the website. Tyler Westerberg. Fuck. I don't like him, though, Mike. I don't know how he's got fucked up or who fucked him up. We're not pointing any fingers. But our master says Clark Gillies, and the league website says TOB. And I work off our master. I don't work off of the league
It's
website.
just, to be fair, it's like that all goes, like, you assume that they're playing good teams. Always. Like, it'd be one thing if you went to Oyster Bay. And, like, why would you go to Oyster Bay to get hot with yourself? But,
Yeah, no. I was like, so then I had to be like, then I had to call the half the hollow guy and be like, hey man, I fucked up. I'm not gonna be there tonight. I'll come to you in a couple weeks. I'll be back in New Biscuit. Which was the game that Brandon and Rowan won on Tuesday.
do you really want to choose Tuesday off? I'm sorry, how can you put you as the first team goal? So you're saying this guy is the best goalie in the league, and then you get him the top with your literally rookie of the year? How does that make sense? It'd be one thing if he got second team, maybe not second team. See if he locked it up.
8-10.
Joseph Dixon got coach of the year because he just put Connor Reagan out all the time. You asked me before I just read this how to spell Canisius, I would not have spelled it. This is what we're going to see. This is the game. If when St. Mary's
No, they're playing Garden City.
They scored us out or something.
I think Will scored.
I remember that was the first moment all got mad. We all got
Third period, here we go. Championship Sunday in the NECHL. Rutgers with a 5-2 lead over Canisius, looking to hold on and secure victory as Reagan shot off a stick goes wide. Canisius looked to clear. Lukowski out through the middle. Gets it to Jagger North. North on the toe drag, poked away by Sek. It's going to be held in the zone. Back to North. He's from his knees, hooking it across to Lukowski. Lukowski turns and fires off the glove of Poltov. Okulowicz on the keep-in. His shot gets blocked by Turner. Sek has it, fires it around hard, and a big hit thrown by North. There's going to be a penalty called here. Albrecht comes across. He's going to get called as well. And we'll go to even strength now, as North got a piece of Sek there, clipped him on the knee. Albrecht came over in defense of his teammate, and both skaters will go to the penalty box here. Power play begins. 4-on-4 begins here. It was going to be a power play for Rutgers. Splitting through Butchko, and a little snow shower there for LaPierre. Face-off controlled by Rutgers, but Campbell's pass went wayward. Goodwin driving in. Pad save, Poltov. Another try, it's the outside of the net. Back with Goodwin, trying to stuff it, no go. Conte rolling for Viney at the point. Across. De Pedrina's shot is held. Swallowed up there by Poltov. We're at the Long Beach Ice Arena here in Long Beach, New York. The California of Long Island, as I like to call it. Okulowicz. Dished across for Bowen. Bowen, little head fake. No shot, though. Back with Okulowicz. Now he'll let it go. That hit a stick and goes over the net. Push to Turner. Turner knocked to the ice, but he left it in space for Reagan, who's buzzing in. Reagan shot off a stick of Bowen and out of play. Minute left of 4-on-4 hockey. We're a minute and 44 seconds into the third period of play. Rutgers, 4 unanswered goals. A 3-goal lead. Trying to claim their first NECHL trophy. From the point, glove stop LaPierre. Both these teams trying to claim their first title. Canisius has been in this position multiple times over the past 4 seasons. Have not been at the top of the mountaintop yet, though, and they'll have to battle back in order to do so. A stretch pass for White. He's trying to split through, but Reagan back checking hard. And Reagan's going to knock White down. He's going to take a penalty. An interference call on Reagan. Power play begins. Dropping to a knee to keep it in. Wicks slides it over. Okulowicz back for Wicks to the right flank. Shot through. Save made. 4-on-3 for 27 seconds. And then it'll go 5-on-4. Up top, it's Wicks. To the right side. Goes wide and cleared out. White just missed the net on that wrister. And he's on his horse getting back to get it. One last look potentially on the 4-on-3. White enters the zone. Out of the box, Albrecht and North. 5-on-4 power play. Okulowicz to the front. Save made. Paltov. French rolling. Trying to drop it to the goal line for White. Back to Wicks. Wicks for White. Goes back door. Save made. Rebound. Another stop for Paltov. North knocks it out of the air, but the puck is cleared. He turns up ice. Jagger North protects it. Wheeling around. Bump to the ice. Cleared out by Sendeki. Alex Viney back to get it. Instead, LaPierre plays it up the wall, and Chang will dump it back in. Viney once again. Alex leaves it for Josh. Pushed over to Conte. Conte. Little chip and chase. 20 to go on the power play. Hacked up the boards. North puts it back to the corner. Wicks engaged in battle with Gorman. Conte. Little head fake. Settles to the point. It's North. Floats it on goal. Save made. Rebound is cleared. And we're going to get a too many men on the ice penalty on Rutgers. I think Reagan might have left the box too early. And indeed, that is what happened. Reagan left the box too early. He's going right back in. As you can see, he is extremely unhappy. And I just heard our officials say he left the box and there was still 3 seconds on the penalty. So it's going to be 5-on-3 for just 3 seconds. So someone has to go in the box to serve the 3 seconds on the first penalty to Reagan. They'll get to come out, and then Reagan has to sit for another 2. So Emzaquita out of the box, serving that 3 seconds for Reagan, and Reagan has to stay in now for 1:56. 15:50 to go in regulation. Cleared out by the Scarlet Knights. LaPierre going to leave it for White. Drops it back, and Bowen swings the puck north for White. White goes across, and Goodwin takes it off the wall. Goodwin driven to the boards by Fitzgibbon. Butchko trying to clear. Held by Bowen, but stick in the lane. Emzaquita gets it out. Just across for White. Albrecht read it. He enters the zone, just shoots it on goal as the Scarlet Knights are still down a man. LaPierre drops it for Viney, who cuts the net all over him. Campbell takes it away. Dale Campbell Stops up, swings it to Albrecht, who just redirects it into the zone with 50 seconds to go on the power play. Chang almost forcing a turnover there. And Wicks is going to fan on the pass. Chang dumps it back. Viney to North. North floats it on goal. Paltoff will hold it with the glove. 34 seconds remain on the penalty to Reagan. 3-goal advantage for Rutgers. Back up top. North puts it behind the cage. Butchko there. Puts it back where it came from. Kata circles down and clears. Turnover forced almost by Turner. He almost pokes it away from LaPierre to secure the Hattie. Wicks to North. Protects the puck. Butchko knocks him down. Gets it to Viney though. Now Conte. Up for Wicks. Even strength as Reagan out of the box. It's with North. Walks in, shoots, goes wide. Wicks back down the boards for Viney. Taken away by Sek. He'll slide it to Kata. Numbers here. Kata settles it down. Diving to block was Wicks. Around for North. Houlihan holds the line. Bad angle. Shot off the outside of the net. Head fake. Sek keeps it. That to the goal. Steered aside Viney. Sek takes it back to the point for Haynes. He'll walk. Goes to the goal line. One-time try. Sek pops up in the air. Net came off. No change for Canisius. .13-14 left in regulation. 3-goal lead for Rutgers. North receives the pass. Trying to go long, batted out of the air, Amzaquita. Viney's there, dumps it deep. This one going to be called icing, though. Canisius get it out. Sendeki trying to put it back in. Delayed offside. Scarlet Knights tag. 7 minutes going by. Icing called again here on Canisius. Stuck out there. It's been a long shift for this unit. One back, Hilliard's shot deflected, Amzaquita. No goal there, as it never made it. Reagan across, gloves it down, and Reagan's buzzing in. Reagan under the triangle to his backhand. Glove stop for LaPierre as the net is off once again, and a penalty is called after the play on Hilliard. So Hilliard escorted to the box. Canisius going on the power play. Have not had much success in this game. Had back-to-back power plays earlier in this period and spent most of it breaking out. Not a ton of ozone time for the Griffins here. Can they reestablish their power play through this 2 minutes? A tie up at the dot, one back to the point for Bowen. Across to White. He'll walk and shoot, save Paltov. Out comes Reagan with speed. His shot's blocked out of play by Bowen. Canisius up in Buffalo. Rutgers, East Piscataway. Both these teams want to get on the bus, bringing the trophy back home with them. Rutgers trying to hold on through the final 12 minutes. A power play goal for Canisius could turn the tide. They got to capitalize, though. Instead, it's Reagan intercepting a pass. It's stolen right back. Dished over to Viney. Drops it off for North. He'll shoot. Miss the target. And Reagan, with plenty of time and space, collects and goes right through the middle. Breakaway for Campbell. He's in. Denied. Big time stop right there on the shorthanded breakaway from Dale Campbell. LaPierre read him the whole way. This is a great look right here from Reagan. And Campbell sees the lane in front of him and takes it. Beautiful pass right on the backhand. Maybe a little bit too much time to decide what he wanted to do. Backhand, forehand, trying to stuff it 5-hole. But LaPierre read it the whole way. Viney wraps it in deep. Wicks defended by Butchko. A couple of Golden Griffs come in to help it out. Conte. One-time try, blocked by Emzaquita off the stick of Josh Viney. Butchko's clearing attempt. Past the outstretched gloves of Wicks and Viney. Cleared all the way. Viney chips it in, trying to get it. Instead, cleared out by Haynes. It's left with White. For Goodwin, trying to go back to White on his tape. White drags and shoots. That came off a stick. Chipped out now by Cotta. On his horse getting back was Okulowicz. Turner turns it up ice. Turner knocked down. Penalty called. .10:18 left in period 3. Power play chance for Rutgers here. Starts with Canisius throwing it all the way down. Okulowicz got underneath that one. Haynes stretch pass, didn't find tape. Reagan thought he won that foot race. Officials come together for a quick conversation and believe this one is going to go to center ice instead of being all the way down. Half the period gone, half of it to go. 3-goal lead for the Scarlet Knights. Looking to hold on for their first Northeast Collegiate Hockey League championship. Sek up top. Reagan for Haynes. Floats it to the net, blocked off by Bowen, and he backhands it all the way. Left for Reagan by Poltov. Reagan drives and shoots, and it's held by LaPierre. One back to the point, Butchko. Rolls over to Walknachter. Hammers it around. De Pedrina got the first touch on it. It's back with Cotta, though. Cotta, pad save. Turner rolls for Butchko. Down to Walknachter. Settles, now takes it to the net. Shot gets blocked, and it's cleared out by Goodwin. Canisius able to make a much-needed line change. Butchko carrying. Cuts from the outside into the middle. Keeps walking. Blocked off by North. Hits Bowen. Bowen through the middle for Wicks. Wicks one-on-one against Cotta. Drops it through his skates. What a move. Taken down, drawing the penalty. That would have been real silky if he was able to get the shot off. Instead, Cotta drags him to the ground. We'll get another look at it here. As Wicks cuts over to the backhand, drops it through his skates. Cotta knows he's beat, so just wraps him up. That's a good form tackle in the NFL. No hip drop. He wouldn't get called for that. That was clean. Okulowicz, D to D. Opens up and shoots. That took a deflection. Poltov, not easy to track that one. 4-on-4 for another 3 seconds before the power play begins for Canisius. Kicked back to Viney. Power play begins now. Around for Wicks, couldn't settle it. That's fired 200 feet. Under 8 now is Wicks, a little head fake. Puck knocked off his stick by Fitzgibbon, cleared down by Albrecht. Conte leaves it with Wicks. Wicks fakes over the red, wraps it in. Hop off a stanchion. Haynes there to save it, or else that was popping right to Viney. Wicks down to the goal line. Viney up top, slap shot, glove save for Poltov on the rip from Josh Viney. Canisius possess. White across. Goodwin. Blocked shot. Puts it back off the outside of the net. Stuff play. Stick broken in half. Josh Okulowicz's stick is in 2 right now. He was trying to stuff that one in, and I think it was Gorman. Give a nice chop right over top. That pure hockey bill will look nice. You see right here, bang. Stick in half. No more. Warranty probably at day 32. Reve steps in for the draw after French gets tossed. He wins it, but Campbell bursts through the seam, takes it away, slides it across, breakaway chance. Reagan makes the move, doesn't go. LaPierre sticks with him all the way through. Reagan, maybe a couple too many stick handles there, as he was buzzing through, a lot of speed. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 stick handles before trying to get the shot off. He was on the goal line by that point. Almost a shorty, though, for Reagan. Goodwin looking middle. Did not make it over. And here comes Dale Campbell. Campbell cutting through, broken up Bowen. Campbell still all over it. 6.5 remaining. White with the drop pass. He's dumped to the ice, and Reagan takes it away. 5-on-5 hockey as Reagan breaks in and shoots, puts it over the net. Goodwin puts it deep. It's with Houlihan now. Turner clears the zone. Bowen hinges back for Okulowicz. Batted out of the air by Cotta, and Cotta driving in. Fends off the check, stuff play, save LaPierre. Up to Lukomsky, he clears. Sendecki settles things down. Gets it back from Houlihan. Up the boards. Blocked off by Bandelian. Cleared out now for Turner. Cotta bursting through, takes it one-on-one, shot blocked by Viney. Back to Okulowicz. He'll leave it with Josh Viney. Sauced over for Lukomsky. Dumped in Haynes. Never got to Hansen. Back to Okulowicz. Comes off the body of Lukomsky and lands on the stick of Turner. He'll dump it in on the backhand. Haynes. Shot goes wide. Final 5 minutes here in the third period. 5-2 lead for Rutgers. Northeast Collegiate Hockey League Championship right here on the LI Sports Network. Thank you all so much for tuning in. Who will take it home? Rutgers just has to hold on here. Long flip. Abzaquita going to win that foot race. The mountain is steep right now for Canisius. They need goals, and they need them fast. North, a high flip, glove down, Butchko. He'll send it back in. Bowen settles things. Swung across, and North gets a redirection. Rive becomes F1. That puck sent in. De Pedrina wins the foot race, icing called. .408 remaining. Rutgers trying to hold on. Canisius trying to mount the late comeback. New center in for the Scarlet Knights. Out to the slot, never made it to Bandelian. From the point to flex wide. Centering feed, Paltov covers. Bandelian puts it cross corner. Reagan Just dumps it right back out. Kulowitz up the wall. Pagano trying to poke it in. It's Albrecht to Reagan. Across for Campbell. Campbell's dump-in attempt is foiled. Sent down the sheet by Pagano. Coogan in on Albrecht. Around for Reagan. Lochnackner, shot hits the glass. Bowen. Around, Pagano. For Lukomsky off his skate. Campbell over the red line. Trying to dance his way in. Lochnackner to Fitzgibbon. Puts it over. 2:50 to go. Campbell takes it away, puts it to the slot. Rutgers in the middle of a change, so nobody there. Dumped back in by Houlihan. Rutgers can complete that line change now. Bowen going to lead the rush for Canisius. Haynes slows it up. Stretched out for Turner. Turner takes a check. Got it to Cotta, though. Cotta, save made LaPierre. Kulowitz knocked down by Cotta. Dishes over. Sek takes a bump. Butchko from the wall, punched away. It's Sek. Back for Butchko in his skates. He'll put it into the corner. 2 minutes remaining. The Scarlet Knights are all standing up on the bench. They sense it's almost time. 1:54 after the icing on the Golden Griffins. A timeout going to be called here by Canisius. This Rutgers program has battled adversity over the last couple of years. They're just a few seasons removed from only winning 3 games in the regular season. And now they're 154 away from lifting the NECHL trophy high above their heads. Rutgers just trying to keep things settled here through this timeout. Canisius. As you see, Rutgers, everybody on the Rutgers bench standing up, huddled together. And you now look over at this Canisius bench. Mostly everybody sitting down, not together in a tight, compact group like we looked over at that Rutgers bench. Tells the tale of the tape. Those 2 visuals right there of where each team is at mentally in this moment. One back, Butchko's shot gets blocked down. North will take it away. Racing to the bench, LaPierre, net empty for Canisius as they push for 3 goals with 1:40 to go. Sek trying to clear, he does. Josh Viney. Across for North, over his stick. Butchko gets it out. Icing called on Rutgers. This happened yesterday as well. In the final 2 minutes, Farmingdale pulled their goalie, and Rutgers must have iced the puck about 7-8 times, trying to score from 200 feet. With this big of a lead, they're comfortable taking that risk. As it pops to Haynes, a high backhand, clears it out. Now a foot race for it. Cotta gonna win the foot race over Viney. Cotta brings it around the net. Toe drag, still possessing the puck. And he goes all the way back to neutral ice. Shot over the net from Reagan. Sek comes back in on the tag up. He's pressuring Viney. Viney to Bowen. Bowen trying to go long. It's knocked out of the air by Turner. Last minute of play in regulation. Wick skates it in and puts it over the glass out of play. We'll go to center ice for the draw. 55 ticks left. 55 to go. Net empty, shot from deep, they score! Haynes puts this one on ice. From his own blue line, corrals it and just shoots. Didn't even need to stick handle it. Right down the middle of the sheet into the empty net. Piscataway, get ready. And we got the whistle because somebody on the Rutgers bench just got thrown from the game here. Ejected from the game, 44 seconds away from being champions, and it's the captain, Albrecht, the one who's going to lift the trophy. Draw one to Sek. Wraps it around weak side. Floated back in. Sek behind his own net, moves it to Reagan. Reagan, a high flip, clears it out, and Hilliard skates into this, gets a breakaway. Hilliard shoots, save made, LaPierre. 20 seconds to go. French cuts over, opens up, slides it across, pass went high. The Scarlet Knights are banging on the boards. 7 seconds left. They're going to be loud on the banks of the Raritan tonight. The Rutgers University Scarlet Knights are the NECHL champions in 2025-2026. For the first time, Rutgers are the Northeast Collegiate Hockey League champions. A 6-2 victory here in Long Beach over Canisius. The handshake after a hard-fought battle. The Scarlet Knights reign supreme in the NECHL this season. Canisius with a big win over RIT yesterday. Got the scoring started here in this one. Had a 2-1 advantage. Little over halfway through the first period. But it's the Rutgers Scarlet Knights scoring 5 unanswered goals to help secure the win and earn the championship trophy. This Rutgers team was down 2-1 entering the third period yesterday against Farmingdale. A natural hat trick from Connor Reagan helped earn their position, earn their place in today's championship game. They go down in this one. They answer right back. They go down again. They don't hang their heads. Marcus Paltoff with multiple big saves here in this game, here all weekend long. The Scarlet Knights get scoring up and down the lineup, and they can call themselves champions for the 2025-2026 NECHL season. Everyone wants to go out on top, but only one team gets to do it. And this year it's the Scarlet Knights from Rutgers University. Stick with us here, fans, for the presentation of the playoff MVP trophy and the NECHL trophy. We're going to turn it over to Michaela Kochi, our public address announcer, right now. The trophy lift for the Scarlet Knights. Rutgers, you have yourselves a champion in hockey. The Rookie of the Year taking his lap with the title. The top seed of the tournament comes to Long Beach and goes 2-0. Take down the Farmingdale State College Rams 4-3 in the semis and collect a 6-2 victory here this afternoon over Canisius to earn the right to call themselves champions. The NECHL title will call East Piscataway home for the next 365 days. And here's the Scarlet Knights coming together for the championship photo. One's in the air and the Ric Flair woos. Congratulations to the Rutgers Scarlet Knights. 2-0 here in Long Beach. Champions in 2025-2026. That will conclude our coverage here today, here this weekend. It has been an absolute blast being down here in Long Beach for all 4 playoff games in the Northeast Collegiate Hockey League. A phenomenal play-in Friday. Farmingdale picking up the win over TCNJ. Our 2 semifinals yesterday. Rutgers over Farmingdale. Canisius over RIT led to our championship matchup today. And it's the Scarlet Knights who reign supreme. A 6-2 win and the trophy high above their heads. Want to give a huge thank you to everybody at home for tuning in to our broadcasts, for being a part of them, for watching and supporting the athletes on the ice who left it all out there this weekend. A big thank you to the Northeast Collegiate Hockey League for having us here and allowing us to broadcast this phenomenal playoff event. And of course, to the players themselves for leaving it all out on the line this weekend and putting forth 4 great hockey games here on Long Island. A big thank you to Paul Trentini, Sam Musnick, Gabe Takuri, and Brady Campbell, who were part of our crew Friday and Saturday, not here today with us. My name is Travis Quigley. Again, thank you so much for your support this weekend. Have a great rest of the weekend. Rutgers University. Enjoy this championship celebration for the next 365, and we'll be back in the fall for more college hockey in the ACHA right here on the LI Sports Network.